Of all the significant lessons I've learned in life, the missed opportunity of not investing earlier stands out as one of the most crucial, truly one of my biggest mistakes. It often feels like this isn't entirely our fault, as society seems designed in a way that often overlooks crucial financial education. Despite attending school, high school, and even trade school, investing or managing money was never discussed. I later pursued college, earning an associate's and then a bachelor's degree from a university. Yet throughout all those years of formal education, practical financial literacy was completely absent. Perhaps electives existed, but no one ever highlighted their importance or encouraged me to develop financial acumen. My own understanding of money largely stemmed from my personal upbringing. I developed into a frugal individual because I started with nothing. Every single thing I've ever desired or achieved required immense effort and hard work on my part. This background instilled in me a deep sense of valuing and safeguarding money, principles I've carried throughout my entire life and which have ultimately shaped my current financial standing. Unlike many, I never had someone guiding me towards investment strategies. My parents, like countless others, were blue-collar workers who relied heavily on the established system, believing they would simply work until they qualified for Social Security and then comfortably retire. I genuinely doubt they engaged in any form of investing themselves. However, for our generation and those younger, turning 40, relying on Social Security might not even be an option. Therefore, developing financial literacy and actively investing are paramount if one truly aspires to retire from the workforce, a goal most people share, as few wish to labor their entire lives. We often mistakenly believe we work to acquire material possessions that will bring happiness, but the true purpose of our labor is to secure our freedom, to retire, effectively buying back our precious time. Considering what I know now about money, I realize I should have started investing from day one. Being single my entire life, without anyone else to support, my living expenses have consistently been minimal. The sheer amount of money I could have channeled into a 401k, various investment accounts, stocks, or even real estate is truly astonishing. I often imagine the tremendous financial advantage I would hold today had I committed my entire life savings to investments from an early age. While it's true that I've managed to put myself in a remarkably good position without early investment, having retired at 39, with all my assets paid for, including 2 homes, one being a vacation property I now rent out via Airbnb, I can't help but ponder how much further along I could have been. It's very likely I could have retired even earlier if I had truly embraced investing from the start, as I would have accumulated significantly more wealth. My journey into active investing began only a few years ago when I dipped my toes into cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's almost unbelievable, but I invested in crypto just a year before it experienced its massive bull run prior to 2020. I didn't commit a substantial amount because I was largely uncertain of what I was doing, simply acting on suggestions to get involved. When that bull run exploded and I witnessed the exponential growth of my initial small investments, even after a slight market correction, I was struck by a profound realization. Had I invested a significant portion, perhaps 3/4 of my life savings, into those accounts at the right time, I could have amassed generational wealth, ensuring financial security for myself and any future family for decades to come. The stock market presented another huge missed opportunity, though I did participate in company-matched 401ks throughout my career, which were excellent, offering matching contributions up to a certain percentage. Despite their benefits, I never maximized these opportunities. More recently, I've experimented with individual stocks like Nvidia, again seeing significant gains, but always with the lingering thought of how much more I could have made with greater commitment. My most recent and perhaps most impactful venture has been in real estate. Having retired in January 2024, I purchased a lake house that July, paying for it entirely in cash. I've made a personal commitment to avoid debt after achieving my debt-free status, deciding that if I can't afford something outright, I don't truly need it, especially now that I largely have everything I desire in life. investing in this lake house felt like an ideal entry into the real estate market, particularly because lake homes tend to appreciate at a much faster rate than other properties. This has certainly proven true for my area, where home values have quadrupled and even exceeded that in just a decade. The value of this property is poised to continue rising, making it, without a doubt, one of the best financial decisions I've ever made. I started renting it out short-term on Airbnb in October after a few months of personal renovations, which saved me a considerable amount of money. Despite it being the off-season, the place consistently stays booked. Critically, because I don't have a mortgage on this home, the income it generates not only covers its own expenses, but also contributes significantly to my primary home's costs. This investment property essentially funds my living expenses. While I still have other expenses for enjoying life and basic necessities, the fact that I own 100% equity in this property, making it a free asset that will yield a substantial profit if sold, makes it truly the best investment of my money. For younger individuals contemplating their financial future, while I'm not qualified to offer professional investment advice, I strongly urge you to connect with a knowledgeable financial expert. Engage in serious discussions with them to determine the smartest investment strategies for your unique situation. Had I encountered such guidance early in my career, I would have invested relentlessly, dedicating every spare cent to vehicles that would allow my money to work for me. The harsh truth is, if you don't proactively seek out and understand these financial principles yourself, no one will teach you. The current system seems inherently designed not to educate you on wealth accumulation. It aims to keep you within its confines for as long as possible, ideally until the traditional retirement age of 65. With the average life expectancy in America being around 74, this leaves a mere 9 years. If you're fortunate enough to reach that age, to pursue all the passions you've deferred your entire working life. This is a truly sad and disheartening reality, to dedicate 45 to 50 years or more of your life to work, only to have a short, potentially depleted period left to enjoy. At that point, you might be too old, too tired, and too exhausted to genuinely relish those postponed dreams, leaving you merely waiting for your time to pass, a way of life I desperately wanted to avoid. This understanding propelled me to take the steps necessary to secure my own early retirement. My journey should inspire hope and demonstrate what is truly possible, especially considering I achieved all this without ever having consistently invested early and, crucially, on a very moderate, average, and unimpressive salary. For much of my career, I earned $70,000 or less per year, starting at just $20 an hour. It wasn't until the final few years before my retirement that my income slightly exceeded $70,000, and I never achieved a six-figure salary. This distinction is vital because modern society often propagates the myth that immense wealth is required to get ahead, to own a home debt-free, or to become financially independent. I stand as living proof that this is simply not the case. Knowing I progressed this far without consistent early investing should give immense encouragement, showing that if you earn a modest salary, like I did, and diligently invest as much as you can, live below your means, and resist squandering money on unnecessary items, you can absolutely achieve financial freedom. While individual life circumstances can vary, and this path may not universally apply, I firmly believe that if an average person like me, who was just disciplined with budgeting and saving, though not investing initially, can do it, many others can too. While the past cannot be changed, the future remains yours to shape. The core lesson here is to avoid becoming a victim of the system. It largely benefits from keeping you engaged and working until conventional retirement. To escape this matrix and beat the system, we must simply refuse to play by its rules and remove ourselves from its grip as quickly as possible. This was a major driving force behind my decision to retire early, as I found the current setup designed to trap people and hinder their progress truly disheartening. I acknowledge it might be easier for single individuals, as fewer dependents translate to significantly lower expenses. However, this observation itself sometimes feels like a deliberate design. almost as if families are penalized, often requiring both partners to work simply to make ends meet, which can lead to children being raised by others. This, in turn, seems interconnected with a larger societal trend impacting the traditional family structure, a system I no longer wish to be a part of. My hope is that by sharing my story and my mistakes, it will illuminate a path for you. If you have any personal investment experience or strategies for financial security, please share them in the comments below. The community would greatly benefit, and honestly, I'm still learning and would appreciate the insights. Since our formal education system largely overlooks these vital skills, it's up to us to learn and grow together by sharing our experiences. Thank you all. Your support and this growing community mean more than words can express, and there's exciting content yet to come.